off with a 10-piece, dawg. There ain't nothing, I'm just being friendly, dawg. It's just a little 10-piece for it, just to blow it in the mall. Doesn't mean that we involved. I just put a Richard on the card. I ain't going playing ball, but I'll show you how the fuck you gotta do it. If you really wanna ball till you fall when you're back against the wall. And a bunch of niggas need you to go away. Still going bad on them anyway. Saw you last night but did it all day. Yeah, a lot of murk caught me in a hard way. Got a sticky and I keep it at my dog's place. Girl, I left you loving magic, not all shade. Still going bad on you anyway.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I can feel like 80 rats in my Marys. Me and Drizzy back to back is getting scary. If you fucking with my eyes, just don't come near me. Put some bins all on your head like Jason Terry. Rich and Millie cuss a Lambo. Known to keep the baddest bitches on commando. Every time I'm in my trap, I move like Rambo. Ain't a neighborhood in Philly that I can't go. For real. She said, oh, you rich. Bitch, I graduated, call me Big Fish. I got Lori Hurry on my wish list. That's the only thing I want for Christmas. I been had my way out here, yeah, no, that's facts. You ain't living that shit you said, yeah, we know that's cat. You ain't got the ass in when you see me, no, I'm straight. DTOVO, we back again, we going back.
It's just a little 10-piece for it, just to blow it in the mall. Doesn't mean that we involved. I just put a Richard on the card. I ain't going playing ball, but I'll show you how the fuck you gotta do it. If you really wanna ball till you fall when you're back against the wall. And a bunch of niggas need you to go.
Today is a little bit of a slower day, but that does not mean that there were not opportunities to trade. The problem that I think most people with the misconception of day trading is that we're all just fucking sitting there all day, every day, nonstop, clicking buttons, snapping necks, cashing checks. Doesn't work that way, guys. There's, really just the first hour or two every day where the most prevalent volatility typically occurs. So you're either trading setups that you already know and you're premeditated a game plan for pre-market, or you're not. It's really that simple. We obviously have scanners intraday, trade ideas, equity feed, whatever you may want to use. You can see if any new stocks come up, within the first 10, 15, 30 minutes, but we usually know what we're trading by 9 to 9:30. And if you don't have anything that you are super excited about, then there's nothing wrong sitting on your hands. I don't think enough people really get that strategy where, you don't really need to be trading all the time. And I think that is one of the biggest strengths in any trader is being able to sit on your hands. That's self-discipline at the end of the day, which comes from self-efficiency and self-control. So the people that are just trading, degenerate trading, day in and day out, no matter what, have zero self-control. That is a big part of the big picture, what we try and teach at Iconic. So today there's really only a couple stocks, AMTX, BLIN, OVID, and that's really it. Today was really a lot of traders and the market in general with the SPY and the Dow taking a hit off of the overnight tariff conversation. We are not in the business of predicting. We are in the business of reacting. So in my opinion, a lot of the market's just waiting for the dust to settle, but it was a relatively decent buy the dip opportunity. SQQQ, triple levered ETF. If I want to buy the dip, I'm usually shorting these levered ETFs. So this was a pretty nice short, using the pre-market high of about 907 to 910, and this did fade, all the way down to about 870, which means that people are buying the dip. So, personally, again, I'm not here to predict, but I don't think that the news overnight was a big deal. It's just another bump in the road of many bumps. So, basically gave everyone in chat an outline and a synopsis of what happened overnight, what we can expect. Small caps are really not in any way, shape, or form correlated with the overall market, so they typically just trade in their own planet. So the question was, despite the Dow and the SPY being down, 1 to 2%, what's in play for small caps? There's really only AMTX, which is a former runner. This thing has ran before in the past. Ran back here from 60 to 3. Here from 160 to 250, ones to 170. So it's been known to make rips. However, on a 3-day chart, you can just see that this thing just has a lot of resistance. For me, it was like $1.70 to $1.80. So this trading at 80 cents, a move to $1.60, that's a 100% move. For me, anywhere between a 50 to 100% gap up is, 100% is A+. But, if it's in that range, it's something that, in my opinion, is tradable based on the edges that we look for. So the goal on AMTX was for this to retest anywhere between 170 and 180, and if it failed, to get back short on a move back to the 130 zone. So I got short at 165. If you're not in chat, the chart's there, and covered to as low as like 127 was my lowest cover. It did get down to 120. So nailed the meat of the move. Again, trading is not about top ticking and bottom ticking, guys. It's about catching just part of that pie. So caught a good amount. It's basically done by 10:30, and now it's kind of just doing some VWAP retests, some scalp opportunities off that. But that was really it. BLIN. I'm mentioning this stock because it was not a good setup. If you made money long and great, but understand the difference between a good trade and the law of large numbers and having edge. Basically the ugliest daily chart possible. And you have all these sheep pump rooms that were literally just pumping this because it had a low float. And unless you got in, like around 5, and it opens up at 8, there's zero reason to be chasing this long. And there are furus out there that actually bought the dip on this and then they just, selling it to their members. This is not a good trade. If you made money on it, great. But like I said, understand the difference between the law of large numbers and edge and just getting lucky. So this was the only other one in play that, in my opinion, the daily chart, it also being SSR. So you really don't want to be shorting, these nano floats day one of a move, especially on SSR. So that was one that we had avoided in chat. Again, if you made money on it, great. But we are here to teach strategies that work in the long run. This is not about hitting 21 red on roulette and saying, I'm the fucking man. So unfortunately, a lot of people are getting taught this way, and those are the people that are not going to be around that long. So the only other one besides AMTX was OVID. And this was up on an Adam Feuerstein tweet about the promise of their drug and that the street's overlooking it, whatever it may be. There was no real news. So people were buying this off of him, which, again, I think is really stupid because there's no news. So, using the $0.50 level, which we always preach, 250 was failing. And then, by the open, it was all the way back down to 2. So there's no edge. There's no need to make a trade. This was a nice 10% move. If you were able to get in, 225 back to 205, that was a 10% move. But, not much meat on the bones. So the only real trade that offered, a decent amount of meat was AMTX. And we were able to capitalize on that and be done within the first hour. It's the first day of the week. There's no need to be a hero. We all want to come to the day and make bank. You obviously want to have that desire, but you should not need to do that, because with the need of doing that is when you start forcing trades, guys, and that's where bad habits, emotions start to kick in, and just really sloppy, irrational trading. So that was really it for today. I have no FOMO, no desire to make any other trades because there's nothing that provides an edge or is showing some type of edge this time of day. So that being said, I'll open this up to some Q&A if you guys have any questions. We just keep everything pretty raw and straightforward over at Iconic, guys. We're not here to hold hands. You learn the strategy. You attend mentor class. You supplement the training that we offer. And we're just black and gray. We're showing you strategies that work, and teaching people to become self-efficient so that they don't need me or Foose or anyone telling them what to do. And I'm just really happy to see people in chat that are actually progressing without the need for hand-holding. As long as any questions, it was kind of a shorter day. I don't really have any much more to discuss. I had to keep most of the juice for our mentor students. Mike, because if you look at the daily chart, it had resistance between 170 and 180. If you know from experience, these things will, just because it breaks over pre-market, this is where people teach the wrong way. Just because it had a flat top breakout does not mean it can't go back below that. In fact, I was up 15 cents on the stock within a minute. So I was expecting a reversal. And if it didn't, I had my stops at 180. So. All right, guys. Hope everyone has a great day. Shorter day. There's no need to be out here forcing trades. Either learn the right way or learn the wrong way. Holla at me if you're interested about chat or mentorship that we offer. Otherwise, hope everyone has a beautiful